Joining me now is David Robinson from Portsmouth, who's also known as the Cold Heart Revue. His debut single reached #1 on the iTunes Blues Singles chart, and he's been named Time Out Critics' Choice. And he's now doing his first national tour. Thank you so much for coming in. So just first of all, tell us a bit about your music.
Thank you. It's blues music. It's when you're just doing solo stuff, it's just you and an acoustic guitar. You've got to try and make it different, or audiences aren't going to keep coming back. And that's something with the blues that can come in handy. And
so, do you write your own songs? Do you compose?
Yeah, it's all new stuff. Because there's a lot of great interpreters you get of blues music who. There's a lot of classics and standards which come out time and time again. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to see, well, can you write blues music that's about the 21st century and things that are going on? And yeah, that's what I've tried to do.
So tell us about some of the themes and the topics that you write about.
Well, the first single, Your Picture on a Wall, that was about, there's a lot of stuff on screens nowadays, which is fine, and you can do a lot of good with them. But it's a shame that other things are going, and print mediums are closing down, and music magazines and that type of thing. There's fewer of them. And I thought, well, that's a shame, because the main refrain is Your Picture on a Wall that isn't there. And it's sad because you wonder in the future that you're not going to have objects that people can hold on to and treasure in the future.
And you're going to play something for us now. What are you going to play?
I am. I've got a song, it's called After the Flood, and it was on the first EP.
Okay, take it away.
Okay, thank you. When I first saw how you're evil, your thoughts and inclination grieve my heart. With nothing, you have nothing left to cling to. Your graves by the victims of the flood. Love soaked, I'll leave you with the pages of the book you're gonna lose. You're free from things you can't think of. With nothing, you have nothing left to cling to. Your graves by the victims of the flood. I'm gonna tear you down and leave you drenched, cramped down, mad in the rough. You're gonna lose. Thank you.
That was amazing. It's fantastic. And what was that about?
Well, when I saw, because I'd lived away from Portsmouth for a time and I came back, and while I was living away, there was floods across Southsea Common, and there were a lot of pictures that were being put up, and you saw them, and it's really sad when you see your home place and it's flooded. It's more real than when it's somewhere else.
Definitely. I mean, kind of quite resonates this week as well,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah. And you're kind of going on this tour now. Tell us a bit about that.
That's right. I'm off on tour with Roy Wood up until Christmas. And that's exciting because he's someone who's just part of the furniture. It's very difficult to grow up in Britain and not have heard I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day and some of his other hits. And so to be on tour with him is really, really nice. Because I wasn't around in the 60s or 70s, and it's like a little window into that world, and you get to sit backstage and hear their stories and what they can tell you, and that's lovely.
And are you going to be at any venues here nearby?
Well, no, actually, yes. I came through this morning, but I'm not allowed to announce it. Apparently, there's something happening in January which is local, which is quite exciting, which I'm afraid I can't say. But if people would like to hear about it, if you look up the Cold Heart Revue, you should be able to find it.
Okay, right. We're a man of mystery here, haven't we? And of course, you played other places. You played Victorious in the summer, didn't you? How was that?
Victorious is fun because particularly with this type of music, you've got to have. there's a degree of recklessness. Obviously, you've got to kind of rehearse, but there's a degree of, have that. There's like hubris about it. And it's hard to do that when you're emotionally invested in the audience. When you go and play elsewhere, it's never the same as playing at home.
Right.
And so when that was nerve-wracking, because it seemed Victorious takes over the whole city.
Yeah, it does.
And it's sort of, every person you went to school with, everyone you sat next to on the bus at one point, all happened to have turned up there. So that was nerve-wracking, but really fun. That was a nice thing to be a part of.
Well, I wish the Cold Heart Revue all the best, and we're looking out for whatever it is that you're doing in January. It's just too exciting. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.